guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Mike Marie, and today I am back with another video with my esthetician series. So today is just going to be a video about me providing tips for future estheticians or estheticians now. Just answering questions about what an esthetician is, how much they make, the job that they do, and just a lot of different questions about the field and how to get into it and what exactly we do. So if you would like more information, just stick around, keep watching, and hopefully I can provide as much information as possible and answer all of your questions. If I don't answer a question that you may have, please leave them in the comments below and I will try my best to get back to you as soon as possible with the most appropriate answer. We're gonna go ahead and jump into this video. Here we go. So first things first, what is an esthetician? So an esthetician is someone who does facials, body waxing, makeup, and eyelashes. There are a lot of other broad services that you can do as an esthetician, but those are like the main four. So you can add on different services as an esthetician to those other services. Like if you're doing a bikini wax, you can add on a vajacial. If you're doing a facial, you can add on dermaplaning, or you can add on, different things. You got to take different classes like microblading, dermaplaning, microdermabrasion, like different stuff like that. Those are extra classes that you may have to take outside of your license, depending on what state you live in and what exactly your license covers. So that's something that you definitely want to look into going into being an esthetician, just seeing what services you can provide in your state, what services are allowed, because there are a lot of things that I may be able to do in my state, but you can't do in your state. So like right now with all the COVID going on, there are some states that aren't authorized to do facials right now, but all states are not, don't have that rule. So you really just kind of have to keep up with state board. You really have to keep up with what's allowed and their policies. Industry is changing so much, so it's definitely good to be on top of things like that, especially when you want to provide a service to someone else, because people are always going to want the new things. So it's definitely about keeping up on your research and just looking at what's allowed in your state, of what you can and cannot do and what service you can and cannot provide. So that is an esthetician. That's what we do. That's our job. Now, me as an esthetician, so I've had my license for a little less than a year. But I've been providing esthetician services for over a year now. Being in school, you get a lot of experience. It's 600 hours. So that's my next thing, is how long is school? So typically, like where I'm from Ohio, in the state of Ohio. Classes are 600 hours and they are 6 months. So we had like 10-hour days, and I would go to school like 3 days out of the week. But then as I got closer and kind of out of the classroom and onto the floor, I was able to do more time when I wanted to. So like I was scheduled for like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, but I came in on Monday and I came in on Wednesday. Like if I wasn't doing anything or I didn't have to work, I would just come into school to get some extra hours, because aesthetic school is a trade school. It's an hour-based school, so if you miss a day, you have to make those days up. It's not like, oh, well, I missed a day of class like in college, and then like, oh, I'm cool, I can still graduate with the rest of my class. No, it's not like that. And 9 times out of 10 in beauty school, you probably will not graduate with your friends. Like, everybody has a different life. Everybody has things going on. And maybe you guys might graduate around the same time or maybe around the same day, but it may not be the exact same hours. Your friend could graduate an hour after you or whatever. So like my friend, my Esty bestie, she graduated literally a week away from me, but we wanted to graduate together so bad, but it was literally a week after. But everybody has different time schedules. Everybody has different lives. It is hour-based, so whatever you miss, you do have to make up. I do believe the first 5 weeks I was in class, and then the rest of the time I was on the floor. And on the floor meaning in the salon area, and I was providing services. So I was on the booking schedule at Aveda, and I had this one specific client. I really loved her because she was very specific, very precise, and so was I. And so me and her were like always here. And honestly, she used to say to me, like, she could tell, like, she would be getting on a lot of the other, estheticians' nerves. And not that she really cared, because she was paying for the service, but she could just tell, like, she's so, like, precise. And she's like, oh, there's a hair there. Oh, you need to get that. Like, she's like that. People get irritated. Me, I take that as constructive criticism. So I'm like, okay. And honestly, I'll give you the mirror and be like, do you see anywhere you want me to go back over? Like, do you feel any wax anywhere? Like, anything? I will double check. I will ask you because I'm paying for a service. I want it done right. And same for you. So that's how I'm coming all day, every service. I always ask people, you know, is this comfortable for you? Are you comfortable? Because that's the type of environment that you want to create. That's the way you get people to come back. That's the way you bring in clients. You know, you want to make them feel comfortable. You want to make them feel like they can have a relationship with you, and like, you know, they can just let their hair down. It's a, you know, a place for you to relax. And so you definitely want to create that vibe for your clients. Back to what I was saying. So it's about, there goes the air conditioner again, if you heard in my last video, 600 hours. And sometimes you can do 601, 602, like you might get over, or you might, like, can never get your license a little under. You have to hit 600 hours or more. Then after you complete your 600 hours of school, you're not done. You're not done. But you have to complete 600 hours, and they give you this certificate, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. They will give you a certificate, and this is what mine looks like. So it just says, Micah Brown has completed 600 hours of estheology training, achieving the skills, knowledge, and experience necessary to receive the certificate on the 6th day of June 2019. That right there was just to say, oh, okay, I completed the 600 hours. Now I have to go online to State Board, and wherever your state is, you need to go online to State Board, and you need to register for your test when you're ready. Honestly, I'm gonna say this. In Ohio, we freaked ourselves out. Like me and my classmates, we freaked ourselves out. The test is not that hard. It's not that hard. If you are paying attention and you know what you're doing and you've been paying attention the entire time, it's not hard, I promise. I know in like different states, they have actual, like, you have to do actual tests on people. Here in Ohio, we had mannequins, so we pretty much got to slide. They just really wanted to make sure that we knew what we were doing, we knew the right procedures to take, and then also we just knew how to do safety and sanitation. Like, that's their number one thing here, is safety and sanitation. So that's what they mostly care about. After you get your certificate, you'll go online and you will register for your test. Now, if you are not ready to immediately register for your test, but you would like to work in the esthetician field, then you would just go on to the State Board website and you would apply for a work permit. So a work permit will allow you to work for a certain amount of time until you get your aesthetic license, and you can work without your license because you have this certificate. This says that you have completed 600 hours of estheology training, and so you have that certificate to say that you've completed your education and that you can work, seeing as you've already been working on people in the first place at school. If your work permit does expire, I do believe that you can get a new one if you still haven't taken your test yet. But I would suggest just going to take it and get it out of the way. So, like, my certificate says June the 6th of 2019. I didn't end up taking my aesthetic exam until November the 15th. So I would literally suggest, if I would have known how easy it was right then and there, I would have been took it. But also, the test costs money. Nothing in this world is free, okay? Nothing. So the test costs money. So you need to make sure that you are checking how much the test is going to cost. It's going to cost to take it, and then if you pass it, it's going to cost to get your license. So you need to have that money before you take the test. And I don't know how State Board works for everyone else, but here in Ohio, they give us everything that we need at school to make sure that we have our bags packed the right way, to make sure that we're doing everything correctly. They literally show us exactly how the test is gonna go, and they give us opportunity to record so that we can watch it at home and different things like that. So if you are in class and they are giving you, you know, the instructions on how to take your aesthetic exam for your license, pay attention, record, write stuff down, take notes, do whatever you need to do, because honestly, I'm the type of person, I don't like to take a test once. So I make sure that I'm paying attention. The video that we recorded for State Board for the practical exam was 40 minutes long, and I kept that from June from June when they showed us, and honestly I think they showed us in May, all the way till November. Like, I was watching it the morning of my test. I kept that 40-minute video in my phone because it really helped me a lot. So just make sure that you guys are in tune with what the rules are and what you need to know when taking state board. And so at state board, there is a written exam and there's a practical exam. They want to know that you know textbook stuff, but they also want to see physically that you can do what it is that you say you can do on paper, you know? So I just want to see that you're taking precaution. They want to see that you doing your safety and sanitation. Yeah, so there's the 2 parts to the test here, and I think in most places, I'm not exactly sure how they do it everywhere else, but this is how they do it here in Ohio. Like I said, if you are interested in becoming an esthetician, 600 hours, 6 months, and you know, honestly, it flew by for me. One thing I'm going to give you guys a heads up on about aesthetic school is females. It's a lot of females in there. It's a lot of hormones in there. And honestly, like, our salon area, our spa area was really cramped. We had like 10 rooms, and the first 5 were designated for guests. So if we had more than 5, of course, we would eventually all have to move out of rooms and move into, you know, all of us move into another room. But that would be more people in one room because we just had to make room. Or we would go out onto the floor where the cosmetologist would be because it would just be too many people. So it's a lot of girls in there, a lot of hormones. Some of y'all are gonna sink periods, you know, different things like that. Some people you're gonna become close with, some people you're not. It is what it is. You just have to remember when you're in school, just do what you gotta do. Look, this is not high school, this is not middle school, this is not game time. Like, this is actual school that you are spending money on, and not your parents' money. And maybe it is your parents' money. Some of y'all looking like that, but majority of us, it's our money, and we're gonna end up paying it back, right? Right. So, I mean, just take your time and take in all of the information that you can. Take your time and do the work. Take your time and comprehend. Take your time and register. Take your time and concentrate on what you are doing, because there is so many different things that you need to know in order to be an esthetician, because you are touching people. You are touching people, and honestly, that's a big deal to me because I don't like to be touched, okay? Yeah, maybe if I'm coming in to get a massage or a facial or something like that, but honestly, like, you're touching people. That's a big deal, especially right now, like, with all this COVID and everything going on. Like, you're touching people. Safety and sanitation is very important. Making sure that your energy and your vibe and your mood is okay, that's very important. You don't want to put those vibes or that energy onto your client and have them leaving out of here with an attitude because you got an attitude. You don't want that. So these are things that you need to take into consideration when you're in school. Do not let what other people have going on dictate what you're doing. Make sure your grades are on point. Make sure that your stuff is together, because that's what really matters. Aesthetic school is about showing up and doing the work. And a lot of this stuff is going to be signed off. So every day you're probably going to have something that needs to be signed off. And by the end of your 600 hours, you're going to have a whole big thing of stuff that's just been signed throughout the 6 months, but also that needs to be signed at the last minute just to show that you've, you know, completed these tasks. I would have to have quotas. That's what they're called. I would have to complete my quotas by the end of the week. I would have to complete my quotas by the end of the month. There's homework that you have to turn in, and because it's such a short program, all of the information is like packed together. So you really want to make sure that you are taking the time to do some reading and practicing on your own. The best way to get good, the best way to become the best esthetician is just practice. I'm not going to sit up here and act like I've been doing this 100 years. Like I told you guys, I've literally been training for over like a year, and I've literally haven't even had my license for a year. But what I'm telling you, honestly, I don't have a super huge following. I'm not like super big or anything like that yet, but I do have people that come back to me a lot. I have a lot of clients, and in school I had a lot of people that will come back to me because customer service is something that people like. That's something that people eat up. People want to know that they can be comfortable around you, and when they know that, they'll come back. They'll remember the way that you made them feel. They'll remember the way that, you know, you took care of them when you came in here. And so when people have positive things to say about you, like, that's going to be your best marketing technique, you know, is word of mouth. And so social media, different things like that, through your pictures, a lot of stuff. So practice, 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 research, research, research. Like, that's literally my advice right there. Practice, 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 and research, research, research. Whatever it's a tongue twister. You are just trying to become an esthetician to join the wave. Just simply don't do it. Because like I said, practice, research, that's where, you know, all of this is going to come in. Is, you know, this is a service that you have to provide. This is something that you're putting your name on. This is representing you. This is your brand. When people see brows, when people see lashes, when people see waxing, when people see facials or your skin or whatever, they're going to be asking you like, oh, girl, who? It's either going to be like, oh, my God, girl, you glowing. Like, who did, like, where have you been? Like, what did you go do? It's either going to be like that, or it's going to be like, dang, girl, like, who did you go to? They jacked you up. Like, so you have to make sure that you are, you know, providing good quality and customer service to your clients, because that's how you want to get people to come back. That's how you want to get people to come and keep on, you know, putting out a good word about you and your business. And that's how you are going to excel. So definitely, definitely, definitely recommend to have great customer service. And great customer service means responding back to text messages. Great customer service means explaining to a client or a customer what a specific service may be, because they don't know. Even if you wrote it in your booking site or whatever it is, like, sometimes you just have to go the extra mile. There are lazy people out here. You're probably one of them. You're probably one of them. Let me say it again. You're probably one of them. So having good customer service is always going to be essential. Sometimes there are going to be a lot of things that you don't want to do, but you are just simply going to have to do them, because this is your name. This is your brand. This is for you. And a lot of times, being a woman, you know, females are attitudinal. So you definitely just want to make sure that you have good customer service, because females are quick to bash you. I'm just going to be upfront about it. Females are quick to be like, oh, I ain't going there no more. And especially if you're a black female, oh, that's all they want to do. Oh, see, this is why I don't support black business. I be trying to support black, like, they be the first people. So you definitely want to make sure you have good customer service. You definitely want to make sure that you are providing good quality service. And honestly, don't sell yourself short if you're really good. Do not be scared to ask for money. And if you aren't that good, stop trying to tax these people, because we know you're not that good. You're not. So keep practicing and charge what you're worth. Charge what you're worth. Plain and simple. You could charge an arm and a leg for waxing. If that's what you're genuinely good at, if you're fast at it, if you're good at it, charge an arm and a leg. Do whatever you got to do. Make sure it's reasonable and within, like, your competitors' pricing. However, make sure that you're charging your worth. But if you aren't doing that well at, let's see, facials, don't charge that much, because you're not that good. Plain and simple. You need to align your stuff with your work. So they say estheticians make about $30,000 to $40,000 a year is what I seen online. But honestly, I definitely feel like if you are doing this, it's definitely good to go up under someone, get, you know, some clients, get your name out there, become established, maybe take some free training courses or whatever on someone else. But honestly, that's probably how much you'll make if you're working for someone else. They do tend to give out bonuses, and also you can consider generous tips. So you could potentially make more than that. I know a lot of people who even make, $100,000, you know what I'm saying, just sitting in someone else's business. So it really just all depends on how good you are. So don't look online and say, well, they only make $30,000 or $40,000 a year. You can make as much money as you want to, depending on how much you practice and how much you research, how much knowledge do you have, because that's also a part of customer service. You definitely have to put in the work. If you want to charge people an arm and a leg, you got to be putting in arm and a leg work. Plain and simple. There are days when I don't feel like getting up and coming to do an appointment, but look, I want some money. I have another job, and I still be trying to come here and do appointments. And even sometimes when I just do one appointment, I be worked. Like, being a boss is about, you know, taking responsibility and doing things when you don't want to do them. It's about putting in that time when nobody is requiring you to put in that time. It's about being, you know, a CEO and having that mentality before you even become one. It's about manifesting the things that you want. So you can make as much money as you want being an esthetician, but it's all about how much pressure you apply. It's all about how bad do you want it, because there are tons of females out here who are doing the same exact thing as you, but a lot of people don't have the same goal. Some people are just doing it as a side hustle. Some people are doing it so that they can make $100,000 a year. Some people are doing it just because they don't know what else to do. Like, you got to figure out what your purpose is. But if you really know that you love makeup, or you love waxing, or you love facials, or you love whatever, like, or one or the other, or you love all three of them, do this. This is a job for you. But make sure that you are taking your time. Make sure that you are retaining the information. Make sure that you are practicing and researching as much as you can, so that you can be the best esthetician that you know how to be. I feel like a lot of us look at bigger influencers and think that, you know, we got to do what they're doing, or, you know, we have to have, you know, a huge following, or we have to have this or have that. But in reality, we don't have to have that. Like, you can start anywhere. The goal is just to start. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you see yourself in the future, just already tell yourself you're there. Start doing what you need to do to get there. If you know you're going to have $1 billion business in the next 5 years, well, don't be thinking about it in your mind. You just got to think about how you're going to get there. Don't be a daydreamer. Actually get up and go do it. You know what I'm saying? Because you could daydream all day. You could daydream all day. But you have to get up and want that shit for yourself. Okay? You have to want that for yourself. In all, what I'm trying to say is, being an esthetician is amazing, and I know that I still have so much more growing to do. I have so much more practice to do, but honestly, I'm confident in, you know, my journey as an esthetician. I'm confident in my journey as a business owner. I'm confident in myself, and I know that I'm going to achieve exactly everything that I want to achieve. So I will be looking at this video one day, and I'll be like, wow, like, I was giving this video and I was giving advice to all of these people, and this was just like the beginning of my business. And now look at us. Like, now look where we are. So if you want to create a certain type of lifestyle, you got to move like you already got that lifestyle. And you got to make room for, you know, things that you want. So some stuff you're going to have to cut back on. But if this is truly what you want, you will apply the pressure. So if you want to work for somebody else, that's fine. You want to be an esthetician, you want to work for somebody else, that's fine. You want to just do this as a side hustle, that's fine. You want to be a boss, that's fine. You can do whatever you want to do with this license. That's the best part about this, is there's so many different areas of, you know, beauty that you can be in. There's one area that you can focus on specifically, or you can focus on all of them at the same time. You can expand your business. You can create opportunities for other people as well. I feel like it's very, very, very much worth it. And I feel like if this is something that you enjoy, I think you should definitely go for it. So if you want to become an esthetician, I encourage you to challenge yourself. Even if you aren't in school right now, try to pick your brain. Like, get as much information as you can. Study, you know, if you can buy little kits or little samples here and there, do that. And, you know, practice on your family, practice on your friends. Make sure that you guys are doing what you need to do so that you can become successful, and so that you can become good at whatever it is that you are doing. There's still a lot of things that I need to work on, but I want to share my journey with you guys. I don't want to just come on here when I'm a big $1 billion company and be like, well, yeah, I did this, I did that. No, I want to share the beginning with you guys. And I just want to share it all, because I feel like it's so many people out here that are, you know, portraying, you know, that this perfect thing. Like, business ain't booming. I've been open for almost a month now. And, you know, I've been booked at least once or twice a week, thank God. And, you know, I've been making, you know, little moves here and there for my business, but, like, I'm not, like, booked and busy all day just yet. And I mean, that's fine. Like, I'm not discouraged at all, because I'm confident in who I am. And so, like, when you trust the process, everything will fall in line. Manifestation, because that's how you mess up your manifestation. When you start getting discouraged, and when you start thinking in the back of your mind, like, this is not going to work out, or this is not going to, no, it is going to work out. Everything happens in its own time. I'm not gonna rush it. You know, I'm happy with what I have right now. I'm happy with the few clients that I have right now. And it's honestly, it's giving me a chance to warm up into this whole business thing, because, you know, I'm so used to working for someone else. I'm so used to doing things for someone else, but I can come into this space and I make the rules and I say what goes, you know. So I love it. And I knew that this was gonna be the business for me. Like, this was the field that I needed to get into, was just being a boss. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to be a boss, then be the boss, period. Like, we can do this. So I'm definitely glad that I can share my journey with you guys and just be honest about how business is going and how school goes, and, you know, how everything is basically as an esthetician. And honestly, I can't wait to see what y'all doing either, because, like, for real, we all can get this money. I don't know how many times I gotta say it. Like, we all can get this money. It's so many jealous people out here, and it really pisses me off. But we can all get this money, for real. Stop being a hater. Stop being, you know, a loser. Stop being a square, and start supporting your friends. Start supporting your families. Start showing out, because you be showing out for people that you don't even know. Y'all be turning these people up that don't even know you, that don't even know you exist. You know what I'm saying? So turn up your friends, turn up your family, show your support. You know what I'm saying? Black-owned businesses. I've been seeing a lot of people really striving, trying to get their name out there, and I love what I'm seeing. I'm loving the influence. I'm loving all of it. So definitely, if there's something out here that you want to do, whether it's esthetician or whatever, do it, baby. This is just my advice on being an esthetician. If you, let me put this as a disclaimer. This is what worked for me, okay? So this is my advice to you guys. If you don't like the advice, I'm sorry. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate you so much. Please do not forget to go check out my business page, Beauty LLC. We are taking waxing, facial, and lashes appointments, and lash appointments. So like I was just telling you guys, really good at facials, really good at waxing. Still working on the lashes part, so I'm charging a little bit cheaper prices right now. So if you guys would like to be a model, let me know. You can hit me up. We can work something out. And I just want to thank you guys for watching my YouTube channel, and I hope that you guys are encouraged. I hope that you guys are confident about your journey. Good luck to you if you are getting ready to start. And I hope that everything goes well. And there are going to be trials and tribulations, but don't let that stop you. Do not let that stop you. You got this. Keep going. It's all in the bag, baby. That's it. Period. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and close out this video. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah.